So hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to show you how we can learn a really important set of graphic design vocabulary words using the Frayer model. The Frayer model helps us understand a word by looking at four different parts. First, the definition, then characteristics, examples, and non-examples. In graphic design, there are four important principles called CARP. CARP stands for contrast, alignment, repetition, and proximity. Let me say that again. CARP stands for contrast, alignment, repetition, and proximity. These principles help designers organize information so it looks clear and professional. So let's look at the first word, contrast. Let's look at the definition. So remember, we're going to look at the definition, characteristics, examples, and non-examples. So we're going to start first with the definition. Contrast means making two things different so they stand out. Now, what about characteristics? Some characteristics of contrast include light versus dark colors, big versus small text, bold versus thin fonts. So examples. We went over the definition, we looked at some characteristics, and some examples. We would be looking at black text on a white background. That's going to be easy to see. Or a large headline above small text. Okay, what about non-examples? A non-example would be light gray text on a white background. The reason that's a non-example is it's really hard to see and it does not stand out. I often, almost always with these things, I'll have you stand back from a distance. I call it the distance test. You have your design pulled up on the computer screen, and if from 10 feet back it's confusing or you're not able to see it clearly, then we need to make some adjustments, especially with contrast. But we're going to go really briefly over the other words from CARP. We have alignment. So alignment means lining up elements so design looks organized. And it can be left aligned, right aligned, or even center aligned. It can be aligned at the top, aligned at the bottom. There's a variety of ways to do this. And repetition means repeating colors, fonts, or shapes to create consistency. And then proximity. It means grouping related items together so people understand the information more clearly. And notice I say related items because if, for example, in your house, right, you are in close proximity with the people that you know, your family. If you're in the same room, that's because there's a relationship. That's even the same at school. If you're in gym class, you're going to be with other people. That there's a relationship. There's a connection there. And that's really how simple it is. So using the Frayer model, it's going to help you understand vocabulary by thinking about definitions, characteristics, examples, and non-examples. Today we used it to learn one of the CARP design principles, which is contrast. And we introduced the other three principles, alignment, repetition, and proximity. These concepts help designers create clear and effective designs. Thank you.